just it sticks out. It's really, really brutal in my opinion. Like it's a heavy song.
Super heavy. Nice. Songs where it's like more complicated and kind of gets better with age, sort of thing. Like that.
Yeah.
These are our bread and butter at the end of the day.
Suicide Silence is the most deathcore thing in my opinion ever.
They're sick. They're sick, dude. Like,
Roll me over.
Yeah. This kind of came to you while we were getting into that Veil there.
Volumes.
Volumes, Veil, but the song that we just did.
Veil by Volumes, yeah.
Veil
Yeah.
by Volumes. Yeah.
It gets confusing.
Veil of Volumes. So anyway, so this came to you for that. I guess this is one of their. This isn't that old though, right? This is only about a year old.
Yeah, this is one of their new songs, and I listened to the whole album, and this song, in my opinion, just it sticks out. It's really, really brutal in my opinion. Like it's a heavy song.
Super heavy. Nice.
And Chelsea Grin's old as fuck, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they've been around for a while.
Yeah. But they have a new vocalist, so they've done like 3 albums with the new vocalist.
It's such a gent band thing to have like a second life with a different vocalist. Like I think every single gent band ever has done it.
The auto evolution.
All of them.
Like we can't get bigger without a new vocalist.
Yeah, pretty much. I think the only exception to that sort of is Born of Osiris, and even then, like
They just dropped Joe.
yeah, pretty much. But like everyone else, like Era's done it, Valmaya's done it, Contortionist has done it. It's such a common theme. I don't know what that is. All right, so let's go.
Jamie, do you listen to any Chelsea Grin?
So I did a long time ago. Like I think for a minute there, again, Jason Richardson had like a brief stint with them. I don't know if he was just touring with them back in the day, but that's where he went right after Born of Osiris back in the day. And that's kind of where I fell into Chelsea Grin, because I was like, why? Like, why would you go from Born of Osiris to this? And then I got into them that way. And it just like, it just a different style than Born of Osiris, obviously, but like good. It's just, and most of their stuff never really, I think we've seen them live a couple of times too. It just never really.
For sure. They've always been at shows and stuff we're at.
Yeah. But yeah, I've never had a good deep dive on them since. So this would be good, actually. It'd be a good
opportunity here.
Yeah. Check out on this. So
Volumes work for me, man. Alex got me on Volumes, so
that I can definitely tell. I'll be thinking about that later. That's gonna be for a minute. I can tell.
Yeah.
All right.
This song might not stick in your head, but it's heavy.
Oh, let's go.
These are the ones that grow on you anyway. The ones that like don't stick on you right away are also kind of the ones that like, because as much as that song Volume, like Veil by Volumes, is actually like really good. It also is one of those songs that like at some point might get annoying. Like
in 10 years you won't care about it anymore.
You're just like, I don't want to. Yeah, like you could outlast that song, but like these kind of songs where it's like more complicated and kind of gets better with age, sort of thing. Like these are our bread and butter at the end of the day.
Like Lamb of God. Lamb of God ages like. It's the most amazing thing.
Yeah.
Lamb of God is top.
Like Sacrament gets better. Sacrament and Ashes of the Wake get better every year.
Yeah.
Every year those albums get better. They're unbelievable.
Yeah, it's true. All right, so let's get into this. So, The Mind of God by Chelsea Grin. Let's check it out.
Do you think that God can intervene in the universe as he wants, or is God too loud for the rest of science?
Oh my God.
It would be the ultimate triumph of human reason. For then we would know the mind of God.
Never realized how creepy the video is.
I was going to say that is also a very stereotypical like gent band, cheap in the background type of. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Velvet Mind has done that same thing in like Subject Zero. Like, it's a very Subject Zero style like esque where it's like kind of sexualized background, but like not. It's like I don't know,
Just weird floating shit in the background.
yeah. It's like do you see her ass? Yes, I do. I see it.
I didn't realize that heavy. I can try them out again.
The new stuff is like on more heavy than the old
Right?
stuff.
Did they go like the poppy route at some point? Right? They must have.
Yeah, with the old singer, there was like his last album I think was like poppy, but
Yeah.
they went full out, way heavier than before. They used to be like the old Chelsea Grin was like kind of like the old deathcore, old Job for Cowboy.
I was just gonna say that kind of reminds me of like a Whitechapel death. This sounds
Whitechapel.
deathcore.
Yeah.
So I've been meaning to talk about this, Jamie. We've talked about this before. I've been saying I've been wanting to talk about this. Now we finally have a real musician here. How the hell do we differentiate genres in metal? So like when I hear that, I call that deathcore. I know what that means. I can't define it, but I know what it means. Whitechapel, All Shall Perish, Acacia Strain, Job for Cowboy. I know. I can name the bands that are deathcore, but I can't tell you what that means. I can just name the bands that are deathcore. When I hear it, I know that's deathcore. When I hear gent, sometimes someone says this is gent. I'm like, I don't think so. So that I have a hard time labeling a band, and I know genres are stupid, but I mean they're a thing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I always find it hard to draw the line in these genres of metal.
Well, I think we were laughing before. I don't know if it was you and me, but we were looking at subcategories of something. I remember.
It was labeling like the genres on YouTube of Carbob, and it was like 50 different genres. They had no idea what the hell it was.
You had no idea what was going on. We were like, "What the fuck?" But it's true because it is like you could pick that out of basically. I mean, especially when you have a progressive metal band like that, like you could pick out all the different influences like that.
Right. So we all agree. So identify deathcore. Jamie, you can identify a gent.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is death metal versus grindcore, for instance? You right?
Yeah, death metal would be like I don't listen to much death metal, but
I just named a couple of genres.
Wouldn't
I don't
grindcore
know.
be like blast beats and like just more of like like headbangers?
super fast.
Yeah.
What's the difference between death metal and black metal? How about that?
Isn't black metal
has
like
like
Swedish? I thought black metal was
vibe.
like Norwegian. Like
What's Children of Bodom?
Cradle of Filth was
What's-
black metal, right?
Okay, fair enough. What's Children of Bodom?
They're kind of close. aren't they?
Melodic?
Yeah, kind of.
Melodic black metal or something. No, they're not really black metal because
So, anyways, the point is,
Nobody knows.
yeah.
Also, really, at the end of the day, who really actually cares?
no, I mean,
That's
well, everyone on the internet seems to care.
It's true. Yeah, well, that's what forums are for a bunch of fucking people that care way too much about things that they don't understand.
But genres are basically just by feel and by ear,
Right.
like what they sound.
You can't
like.
define it. Just like I can't define deathcore, you just know it when you hear it.
Yeah, you kind of just hear the style. Like the first album of Suicide Silence is the most deathcore thing in my opinion ever. Like Unanswered, all that stuff.
That's
That's
another
like
thing,
the
Jamie.
base.
We're gonna have to try them, dude. We're the only metalheads, deathcore genty metalheads who don't care about them.
But only the first vocalist with Mitch.
Like I definitely have their stuff on my playlist. Like I have some really ancient stuff by them, but I've never given like Bludgeon to Death, for instance. Like I have that on my playlist.
That's old school, no? Like the first album as
for
well.
sure. But other than that, I don't think I've never really bothered.
I think the first 3 or 4 albums are like amazing. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
people swear by them, right? Yeah. We'll have to check them out.
Especially with that guy, Mitch Lucker,
Yeah.
Luck or whatever.
Didn't he
Well,
die though?
he's the guy who died, right? And that's
Yeah,
when
in a
they,
motorcycle accident.
unfortunately, that's when they blew up, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Ghost Inside.
I've heard this before.
Nobody knew who the hell Ghost Inside was until they got in a bus, or
It's true, yeah.
they got in an accident, right?
The drummer lost his leg, right? I
Yeah.
think.
Did he in the accident?
Yeah. He has like a custom pedal for his foot.
I mean, hey, if it takes a bus accident to make you big, fuck it. Whatever. They're sick. They're sick, dude. Like, you know.
Roll me over.
Yeah. Same thing with being on that plane that rolled over. I'm so mad I wasn't on that plane. God damn it.
Which one?
The plane at the
Delta plane.
the plane
Pearson?
at the Delta flight that rolled over.
Yeah.
Just a lottery win for every single person on that flight.
Well,
I don't know. I'll take it. Like, here's $30,000 to like sue us for less later. Like, fine, sure.
Honestly.
Good deal.
all right. Anything else you want to touch on, Alex? Anything else you want to? I don't know. You want
Do
to?
it?
Do you have a band name?
No,
Your
we
band
just
you play
play for
there?
fun. Yeah. We just rent a room basically like a. So when we were younger, we would play at my place, at my mom's place, so I had the drums, and drums are a bitch to move. But now, like, I don't have my real drum anymore. I had to sell it, my acoustic drum. So now we just rent a room, play for 4 to 8 hours, like give ourselves playlists and just jam basically.
Nice.
And you guys just sit down. You guys plan ahead, obviously, and like coordinate these songs.
Yeah, we have like a Spotify playlist. It's about like 2.5 hours now. We keep adding to it.
But you're like, how does from like, okay, we're gonna book this room. This is the playlist. What's like, how do you prepare so when you sit down you can do the song?
Everyone knows the song, so when it comes to time to playing it,
I see.
everyone
Interesting.
just plays it. Yeah, that's awesome.
So we'll have to circle back then, Jamie. Once Jamie does a vocal cover, we've developed a band out of this channel. Let's go.
Yeah,
Alex and his band gets to decide what the hell it's called.
It's
Obviously.
true.
But he's gonna give us some French name or something.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Next up, I'm doing a cover. Velmaya's Unbreakable. It's coming up next. See what you think. Stay tuned.